Hey guys, Joe here from Xbox Games. Check it out. We got the DoomLands holdout. Now, if you guys remember, we just did the Vagabond right here. You guys can check it out there. Again, which is kind of in the same DoomLands series. We're trying to get more of these because I kind of like the look of them. They're a little bit different. But first off, before we even start, guys, come on. Definitely subscribe if you guys haven't already. Check out the current giveaway that we're doing right here. It takes like, I don't know, like 2 seconds to subscribe and like 2 seconds to watch the intro of that video. It's really, really quick. You guys can get some cool stuff. So, yes. Anyways, you know, the holdout here, it's very similar to those kind of single shot Nerf blasters that are out there, but they kind of, I don't know, they kind of do kind of something that I really haven't seen that much, which is this kind of half acrylic on the side, just normal siding on one side, so you kind of can see in there, kind of like a steampunk theme, right? You can see the gears and the clips and the springs and stuff, and I thought that was kind of cool. I definitely like on the bigger one, again, the Vagabond. And again, I'll throw it up right there. You can really see inside there. I mean, there's a lot of clips and you know, I mean, it's just awesome. I kind of like looking at that stuff. Plus, it's still kind of a cool, right, little look. Anyways, let's talk a little bit about the holdout here. So we picked this up at our local Target store. We got it on sale. It was $7.99. So I was like, man, that's actually not too bad for this. They did have a couple specials going on. I always kind of wait, right, until you can get one and get one 50% off. But I thought, you know what? Not too bad. The main reason I got this, you guys already know it, yes, is going to be the scope up top here. I already have a lot of blasters that are kind of this, but I really wanted this to kind of just have a different scope slash, you know, whatever you want to call this, you know, than some of the other stock stuff that we've had, especially with like some of the, like the Nerf Elite stuff, you know, which kind of had some cool scopes, but we're like, I just like having a big mixture, right? So let's take a look at the box right out the gate. Again, a kind of smaller box. You're almost going to miss it on the shelves, you know. These smaller boxes are they're just kind of jammed in there. Sometimes they'll tip over or get hidden behind stuff. So nothing too fancy on the front of the box. Again, got kind of the cool artwork down there. If we flip it over to the back, yeah, not too bad. Just like on the other series, got that little comic of the DoomLands down there, kind of, you know, showing what the people are doing and things like that. And of course, just the actual blaster itself, which, okay, right? We all know how to use this thing. It shouldn't be too difficult. So the box, nothing too fancy. The actual blaster itself, if we take a real up close and personal of this, I really like it. I mean, when you actually start looking at some of the detail of like kind of the little rivets and the little like gas chambers and the stuff, I think that's kind of cool. Again, it really reminds me of kind of like a steampunk gun, right? Where they kind of just put what they have together to use make some type of weapon or something like that. So I thought that was kind of cool on this particular blaster. The grip is kind of cool too. It's like when I first gripped it, I was like, okay, that's kind of small, but it actually like wraps on my bigger adult hands really, really well, and the trigger feels really, really crisp. Not too light of a pull, not too heavy of a pull, so it actually feels really, really good in the hands. Now, you know, again, the biggest thing about this particular series, of course, is going to be kind of that side acrylic, whatever you want to call it, where you can kind of see in there. And on this one, I mean, there's not a lot to kind of see in there. I mean, you can see the spring, you can see the plunger, and that's really about it. I mean, there's not too much in there in comparison to, again, the Vagabond, which has just a much more complex mechanism in there, not only to shift and rotate the chambers up front, but also, you know, there's just a lot more going on in there. So I kind of like that one because, again, you get to kind of see the inner workings, right? I've always been a huge fan of that. But still, not too bad. The top scope, if you want to call it that, yeah, it's almost as big as the blaster. It does have the 2 holders on top for extra rounds, but what is kind of disappointing is this only comes with, yeah, 2 of their, well, these are kind of like the Elite darts, but they're kind of the colored scheme for the DoomLands, right? I did test all the other kind of darts through here. I did do Waffles. I did do E-Vikes. I tried all those, and they all pretty much shot the same. I didn't see an increase. But what kind of sucks is they only give you 2. I wish they would have gave you 3, right? 2 to go on the top holder, 1 to go actually in the blaster, right? You typically don't put 2 at the top and then actually take it out when you're ready to shoot, which is kind of weird, but again, completely up to you. But again, this is one of the reasons why I got it. So if you guys check this out, if I put it on here on top of the Vagabond, I think this looks kind of cool. Check that out. What do you guys think? I think that looks pretty sick. I don't know, but that's just me. Now, this particular blaster did come in at about 70 FPS, which is about, it's really what about the Vagabond did, and I didn't expect both of these to have one or more huge of an improvement over the other. But still, you know, if it's me, I'm probably going to go this one just because it just holds more rounds, and I think it just looks cooler. But anyway, let's switch views here so you guys can kind of check this out and see me kind of shooting this thing. You can see it's not too crazy when it comes to shooting. I mean, it's only going to come down to how fast you can reload it. And I really wish they had some type of, I don't know, some type of Picatinny rail on the bottom or something, so you can have like a, you know, just hold more rounds instead of shoving them in your pocket. So again, you guys can kind of see here, I'm doing, you know, just firing it. So again, nothing too fancy, about 70 FPS. Now, overall, guys, you know, when I say pick this up, I would say, yeah, especially if you're going to go after the little scope here. I am probably not going to be using this as much as this because, again, this is kind of what I'm going to stick on some of my other blasters. But I figured I'd give you guys just a quick review on this because, again, it is something you guys can, you know, hopefully throw in the cart if your parents are shopping or something like that. And it's not going to break the bank like some of these right here, right on the Elite 2.0 series. But, again, you know, let me know what you guys think of this. Leave it down in the comments. Definitely give me a thumbs up and definitely subscribe, guys, if you haven't already. Thanks again, Fox fans.